Hey guys, Jason Isley, Seven Gables Real Estate, and you're tuning in to Real Estate Raw and Real for Orange County. So buckle up for an unfiltered look at the Orange County real estate landscape. We're diving deep into the data and keeping it real. Stay put, things are about to get real. Right now, let's roll, guys. Hey everyone, really, thanks for hanging with me. But before we get started, do me a solid and please hit that little like button. It goes a long way and helps me build my channel, and it is much appreciated. Now, let's get started with an Orange County market recap and what's gone on the last couple of years. So what I like to do is I like to dive into the charts like we're going to do right now. So let's go. Orange County charts. Let's see how good it looks. This is going to be the inventory versus the demand chart. Let's get into it. Let's look at the listing inventory versus the demand. And we're going to start by going back in January 2012 when the OC market really just started climbing out of the 2007-2008 housing crisis. So let's take a look here. As you can see, the seasonal values across this graph are pretty much without fail every year, which starts pretty much after Labor Day and goes into the fourth quarter. It usually slows down the rest of the year, picking up again the following year. And you can really start to see the activity listings start to diminish, which pretty much starts right before the COVID-19 circus in March of 2020. You can see that little funky little arrow there, little yellow one, where COVID started, where the demand in the dark blue soon surpassed the availability of homes for sale. The red circle on the right of your screen is where the momentum in our housing market was at completely full speed, with historically low rates and everybody tripping over each other to buy a home, sending property values into the stratosphere. As a matter of fact, according to Mortgage News Daily, rates were down about 3% just weeks before the COVID pandemic started and everybody got on lockdown. And moving forward, that little funky arrow pointing to the demand in 2023 sure shows us that things have in fact changed since those days of the free money. And now that that's all out the window, we're in an affordability rate situation like we've never seen before. Now, someone might say to me, well, back in the day when we bought our first house in the mid-'80s, your mom might say that, your dad might say that. Back in the day when we bought our first house in the mid-1980s or the early 1980s, our interest rate was 14 or 50%. Well, my response to that would be, yeah, that's great. However, the key element missing is that back then, the median price detached single-family home in Orange County, way back when, in like, let's say 1980, was around $108,000. And with the median household income being around $22,000 to $25,000 per year, you basically had a payment as a percentage of income of around 55% towards your housing. So fast forward to 2023, even with the rates on the average earlier in the year being about 6.8%, the median priced home in Orange County now is $1,256,000. And the median household income is around $109,000, which is the new middle class, you might say. So you'd have a payment percentage as of income of around 72%. And that was before the rate hit over 7%. So that makes it even more narrow for a home buyer in today's environment, as prices have gone sky high this entire year, and things are still going. Now let's get to the next chart we have right here. Let's take a look at Orange County's closed sales year over year. In 2021, closed sales in Orange County experienced a remarkable surge throughout the year, with peak months going pretty much from April to July. But let's face it, the entire year was crazy. The real estate market witnessed unprecedented activity akin to a circus, making it a banner year. Limited inventory, historically low rates attracted numerous buyers, creating a bustling real estate environment like I've never seen it. I've been doing this 18 years, 19 years. Then a noticeable shift occurred in 2022, depicted in this graph in the yellow lines. And the change coincided with a pivotal event. 7 months in, the Federal Reserve raised the rates 75 basis points, the most significant increase in over 25 years. And so in the summer of 2022, the impact of this rate hike was evident, causing some prospective buyers to approach the summer of 2022 with caution, especially as rates surpassed 6%. Then on the blue for 2023, you can see across the board for 2023 that transactions even subsided more. Despite ongoing trends, closed sales in November and December this year are anticipated to be lower than that of October. Specifically, November this year recorded 450 less transactions than October. This usually kind of goes on, but it was quite a big difference. And so I would say that the December market will probably decline a little bit more as far as close sales as we really get the numbers and start heading into January of 2024. So now I want to get to this next chart here. Let's bring it up, the next chart. What is next? Chart here, guys. This is the next one. Now let's step back for a minute and unpack the current real estate scenario. There's widespread talk of a potential crash looming in the residential real estate market. Why a compelling argument exists for various U.S. markets facing adjustments, particularly those that experience somewhat artificial inflation, such as Californians outbidding local buyers in other states. Orange County presents a different picture. Despite concerns elsewhere, I see no indication of prices crashing anytime soon here in the OC. Since COVID, whether it's been a townhome, single family, or condo, it has been a challenging market for buyers for quite a while due to limited housing availability. So despite this, I want to highlight a key factor. Distressed sales are notably absent. There just really isn't any at all to speak of. And this chart before you represents the number of distressed sales in Orange County. The data unequivocally shows a lack of distressed sales in the region. This absence of distressed sales is a crucial factor distinguishing the current market from the circumstances during the 2008 housing crisis. So you really have to kind of see in between the lines here. Looking ahead, only time will reveal the future of the real estate market. As of now, the market seems stagnant, which it is, and everybody knows it. Homeowners with substantial equity and low fixed mortgage rates contribute to a situation where buyers face challenges. Many individuals attempt to time the market as a buyer in pursuit, and that's understandable, but often it's elusive in practice. It's essential to recognize that chasing the market to time it perfectly seldom proves successful in the end. So I know a lot of buyers don't like it, but it has been tough, and I totally understand where you're coming from. While uncertainties persist in Orange County market, it is with its unique dynamics with no distressed sales, limited inventory will stay where it is basically for now. The real estate game is made up of willing participants, guys, across the board, and you have to find a homeowner that is ready and willing to sell. And if you don't find those people, the market will remain extremely limited on available property, and prices should remain somewhat stable for now. Inside a county with 3.2 million people and around 2,200 available properties in the whole county, which is extremely low, I don't see any major swings ahead in the future. However, and I stress, there will be some improvement for buyers at some point. And if you're in a holding pattern, just be patient. The early to mid-spring markets might look slightly different than they do now. There's no way to tell until we get past January of 2024. And next year's an election year. God only knows what can happen. But that's my take on this. And in conclusion, I'd like to go over one more thing here before we go away. All right, guys, in conclusion, let's hustle real quick on what the Orange County market looks like currently. And as far as what's available on single family only, with a median list price on actives and coming soon in Orange County combined, shows us that the median priced home in Orange County on this little graph right here is $1,875,000. Now, this is versus where the real action is transacting across the board. It's interesting. November stats showing median sold price of an SFR was $1.3 million, which is a difference of about 30.67%. So homeowners, if you're considering selling and would like a consultation, feel free to contact me directly. Even with the rates on the high side, the fourth quarter being slower than other times of the year, it's still a great time to sell now if you are a homeowner. And so, guys, I want to just share all that with you guys. Please, thanks for joining me. And go ahead and smash that like button. And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Thanks very much. Jason Isley, 7 Gables Real Estate. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.